Hey, advisory friends, we are back for another week. This important work that we're doing today is an extension of what we did the other time we were together with Xello. And we know that there were some issues with logging in, and we think we have a solution for that. We'll get started with that in a second. But really today our goal is to do two things. First, we need to complete the interest inventories, the matchmaker interest inventory, which really drives our whole process here together. And that shouldn't take you but a couple minutes. There should be only two more that you really need to do. But really the bulk of our time is going to be spent exploring career options and career opportunities. We have a lot of options out there now, but the beauty of the world that we live in is we don't know what those careers are going to be in the future. There's some interesting information that I want us to consider as we're looking forward to all of this. 85% of the jobs, economists believe, 85% of the jobs don't exist now that will exist in 2030. So we have to help you become future ready, and understanding the strengths you have and the skills and the passions that you have helps us put ourselves in a great position for that future of 2030. And the other thing that's kind of interesting is the top 10 in-demand jobs of 2010 didn't exist in 2004. So within a matter of 6 years, the top 10 in-demand jobs were created and were developed. And that's the kind of stuff that we want you to be thinking about and be ready for when you walk out of our doors here. It's not necessarily that you need to know exactly what you're going to do. It's not that you need to know exactly where you're going to go and where you're going to be by the time you retire, because the fact is you won't. On average, a person changes jobs 13 times in their career. So we really want to make sure that you're ready, and the idea that ready for whatever may come your way. And the idea that we want you to think of is that these jobs don't exist. And I want us to think of what Amir Orad, the CEO of a business analytics firm, said. And he said, our tradition of schooling from the industrial age makes you really, really good at one thing. And he says, I think that that's a very dangerous piece for the next generation. That's what we want you to think about. We don't necessarily think you need to know exactly where you're going to be in 10, 15, 20, 25 years, because you don't know. We don't even know what jobs exist out there. We want you to take some time, spend the time doing the work within this platform, and your advisors are going to be here to help you today. In order to help us make sure that this works the best, we're going to split things up in terms of logging in. So for those of you that are in even-numbered classrooms, we want you to log in first. And then for those of you that are in odd-numbered classrooms, we want you to log in 5, 6, 7 minutes later. You're going to see what the time splits look like. Hopefully this is actually going to help create a smoother login process. But if you've got any questions, let your advisor know. They'll get in touch with me, and let's see what we can explore in terms of what our future may or may not look like. Let's get to work.